everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, we've got a live report from our very own Elise Sandlin coming up here in just a few moments. But before we get to her, I do want to give you guys a quick look at your radar. Right now, we continue to see a lot of the freezing rain, sleet drops continuing to decrease across eastern North Carolina. So things are actively improving as we speak, but that does not mean road conditions are great across the east. We now turn again to our very own Elise Sandlin, who is standing by with more on road conditions across Greenville. Elise, thank you so much for joining us today. What are we looking at as far as road conditions where you are?
Yeah, hey Charlie, good morning. So I'm downtown Greenville right now. Where I've been driving, road conditions haven't been the worst. I was on Highway 11 earlier, and that was probably the worst where I saw it. But all throughout town, I've seen Greenville city trucks out plowing ice. So everyone's been staying on top of it. Even people I've talked to downtown have said that the sidewalks are worse than the roads. And I can attest to that. I've almost slipped a couple times while I've been out here. And I'll move out of the way. This sidewalk behind me is covered in ice. I don't know if you can see it, but it's quite dangerous. So be careful if you're out walking and also driving. Just thankfully, I haven't seen the road conditions be as bad as I've seen them before. So that is a good thing.
Absolutely. Now, of course, with the drivers driving by, have you noticed any sort of accumulations on cars, or again, is everything pretty much just ice and then mostly wet at this point?
Yeah, certainly ice this morning. I was up around 5 a.m. and my car was covered in a coat of ice. And then just talking to people trying to get out just recently, and they're having to sit in their car for about 10 minutes to warm it up and then still scraping, taking a while to get that ice off the cars. And I've seen some icicles too, so that's pretty at least.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Elise, again, just seeing the cars go by behind you again is encouraging in that, again, we're seeing actual kind of water come up and we're not, again, just hearing the crunch of ice. Of course, we will check back in with you, hopefully, possibly later on today. But I do want to say thank you again for giving us those updates. Anything else you want to share with drivers or people who may be heading out on the roads over the next few hours, just what they can expect to see?
Yeah, just be safe. I think pretty soon it's going to be more water than ice, like you said, but still better safe than sorry. Use caution while driving and walking. Thank you, Charlie.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Elise. Again, that was Elise Sandlin joining us from Greenville. As far as what we've got right now, again, throughout eastern North Carolina, air temperatures are going to be warming up as we head through the rest of the day. And that means that this is going to be an improving road condition type day. The worst that the roads are going to be today has technically really already happened, but right now, so once we get past noon, just about all of eastern North Carolina is going to be above 32 degrees. And from that point on, we are looking at melting any sort of ice that has accumulated, melting that away and getting back to, will eventually end up just being a cold rain day. But we do still have a few snowflakes coming down across Roanoke Rapids. That rain still line, it continues to push further and further northward. We again are continuing to watch those flakes slowly decrease across some of our northern counties. But as we take our attention further south, we again are continuing to see less and less from the sleet freezing rain zone. So good news there. Right now we do have some drops coming in across Crystal Coast and even the Outer Banks, where air temperatures right now significantly warmer than just about everywhere else. Hatteras right now 63 degrees. If you're wondering how Hatteras got to 63 degrees under cloudy skies on a day when, well, you know, you look off to the other side of the Pamlico Sound and Oriental is sitting at 34 degrees. We've got Beaufort at 36, Newbern and Washington at 32. How is Hatteras there? It comes down to your winds. Winds right now strong out of the south-southeast in Hatteras, and that is pushing in that warm air that is again still present as you head northward along the Outer Banks. Even Stumpy Point and Manteo coming in at least in the low 50s, which is about 20 degrees warmer than what we're seeing in Ahoskie and Williamston right now. So a big temperature spread across the area. That's that rain snow line kind of draped over the east, and that's going to continue to inch its way northward, taking more of those inland areas closer to I-95 back above freezing by the time we get to lunchtime today. By that point, we again are all looking at improving conditions throughout the area. But talking about winds, here's a look at them. Hatteras and the Outer Banks all the way up towards Manio. Those are the only spots right now that are seeing that strong southerly breeze. And because of that, they're the only ones right now that are enjoying some heat. Erica Ormond said, let's all head to Hatteras. Erica, I am with you 100%. If you're looking for the place to be right now, Cape Hatteras is certainly that. Now, again, inland areas looking more at a northerly breeze, which is why air temperatures are noticeably cooler. Obviously, you're not seeing wind speeds nearly as strong as what they've got along the Outer Banks. Inland areas about a 4 to 8 mile per hour breeze right now, but that direction is incredibly important. The more of a breeze you get out of the north, especially this time of year, the colder you are going to be. But ironically, with that cold front moving through, it will bring in a little bit more warmth later on today. We will see air temperatures go from, well, 33, 34 degrees by the time we get to around 11 a.m. to noon, into the mid to upper 30s as we head towards 3, 4, and 5 p.m. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there because overnight tonight, look at that, air temperatures coming at 6 p.m., 35 degrees. Warming up as we head through the overnight hours. 6 p.m., 35. By midnight, we'll be at 39. Waking up early tomorrow morning, we are likely going to be seeing air temperatures in the low 40s. So if you're wondering, okay, is ice going to happen? It's really not. It is not. Air temperatures are just going to be straight up too warm. Now, of course, once we get into tomorrow morning, 24 hours from that point, we will be down in the teens. So the cold air and moisture just not lining up to give us what I know many were hopeful for, and that is snow. Not going to see it out of the system. In fact, through the rest of today, everything is just going to be turning over into a cold rain style event. Here's the picture by the time we get to around 9 p.m. Still model trying to give us a little bit of that sleet freezing rain mixture from Wilson northward. I'm not anticipating a whole lot of accumulation out of that zone because, again, it's not just eastern North Carolina, but even further back towards the west. Air temperatures will be rising across I-95 tonight into tomorrow morning. So that's essentially just how this system has played out. It will leave us again with most likely just wet road conditions early Monday morning versus the ice conditions some areas are dealing with early on this morning. Now, again, do want to say hello to Sue-Ann Woody, along with Erica, Juanita, and Rich. Yeah, Rich said, yes, we're by the Outer Banks, and it's not bad here at all, just rain. Rich, I am this guy right here, very jealous, very jealous. It's one. Cold rain is no fun. Freezing rain is the absolute worst. But, you know, rain in the mid-60s, mid-low 60s, can't complain about that on a January day. No way. Let's get back again to your 8-day forecast. Here's a look at what we are tracking over the next 8 days, and it does give us another chance for some snowflakes. We've got another chance next weekend. Note, of course, your daytime highs will be above freezing. We've got 37 degrees planned for Saturday, 38 planned for Sunday, but it's not daytime flakes that we are going to be looking at. It's potential overnight flakes Saturday night into Sunday morning when air temperatures could be down in the teens. Certainly below 32 degrees. 18 degrees is what we have projected early Sunday morning. And that, again, could lead us to another opportunity for some snowflakes. We will see, obviously, how this whole system shakes out over the next week. But for now, I know a lot of people are probably disappointed in the fact that we did not see snowflakes and snow accumulations across eastern North Carolina. We knew, of course, Friday and even on Thursday we had a hunch that this was no longer looking like a snow system for eastern North Carolina. Well, here we are, not seeing any snowflakes come down. Coming up next weekend, though, we do have another opportunity, so all is not lost. Now, I do want to answer some questions here. Tina Lancaster says, glad we're not getting what was anticipated. Yeah, on Friday, it did look like, again, this was going to be even Thursday, I would say, more so Thursday. This looked like it was going to be an ice maker for Eastern North Carolina. Very, very happy that that is not the case. We have had some reports of some power outages. In fact, we did just get a report in Bertie County where there's about 700 people who are currently without power, but crews, again, are working to restore that power. Earlier today, there was a pocket in Greenville, kind of up near Bees Barbecue Road, that was also out of power. About 500 people were affected. That power has been restored. So we have heard again of some isolated power outages across parts of Eastern North Carolina, but again, things are certainly progressing in a much better way than what I think we were anticipating just a few days ago. So good news there. Now, Victoria Moody is asking about Kinston. Victoria, right now, Kinston still at about 28, 29 degrees. So you are still, again, looking at some slick spots on the roads. I'm not saying they're going to be everywhere, but if you are wondering, okay, is it safe for me to do some driving? I would say by the time we get to the afternoon, say noon to around 1 p.m., by that point, your air temperature will be above freezing. And at that point, I do think it will be noticeably safer to hit the roads later on today versus right now. Now, of course, right now I can look outside and I can see the parking lot outside of Publix near our station, and it does look like, again, there's some water on the roads, but not really seeing any sort of icing there, but would rather people play it safe, play it cautious, and if you can wait until the afternoon to go do your driving, wait until the afternoon. By that point, you really won't have to worry nearly as much about hitting those black ice and slick spots that can send your car scooting off the road. Now again, Sarah Pompa says she is concerned about black ice in the morning. Sarah, again, here we'll go back to your 8-day forecast here. Black ice tomorrow morning is not looking likely at all, because overnight lows tonight, 36 degrees, that's going to occur around sunset. We will wake up to air temperatures in the low 40s coming up early Monday morning. So black ice is just, it's not really a part of this forecast from here on out. Now, of course, last night into this morning, that's when we were really concerned about black ice. But with air temperatures staying well above freezing, actually warming up overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, that's really going to eliminate that black ice potential. Now, if we somehow, stick a little bit of some rain onto Monday evening, then yeah, black ice would be a problem there for Tuesday morning. But right now, the rain on Monday is going to be coming in early on in the day, and it will be coming in just as that, raindrops. Not going to be freezing, just as rain. Everything again looking pretty, I won't say great, but it's looking fine coming up for Monday morning. Certainly nothing you're going to have to worry too much about. And yeah, Brandy Walker, I just got here. Roads going to refreeze by tomorrow. Nope, roads are not going to refreeze. That is kind of the big push we are really trying to get you guys to know that, again, overnight tonight, we are going to be warming up. We will stay above 32 degrees, so we're not looking, again, at any sort of icing threat overnight tonight. There is still an icing threat ongoing right now, but that's going to be going away once we get to, I would say, the early afternoon. By that point, air temperatures will be above 32 degrees, and you won't have to worry about it anymore. Now, again, Donna Taylor, we have black ice in Durham. Yes, so our temperature projections are for east of 95. Once you get west of 95, you could certainly, again, still look at some black ice conditions on the roads. So this is really, again, for Eastern North Carolina. Not really doing any forecasting there for Durham or Raleigh. But again, do want to say thank you to everybody who, again, is bringing their questions to the party, because, again, you're asking questions I'm sure that other people have, and then they can hear the information that again, tomorrow morning should be okay as far as ice goes. Not going to see any, Not going to see it. It's just going to be too warm overnight tonight into tomorrow. But that's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. news and weather update. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at 11 a.m. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Understand again later on this afternoon, if you need to do any driving, this afternoon should be A-OK. Air temperatures above 32 degrees means that ice is going to be a thing of the past once we get those temps up to that 32-degree point. We'll see you guys coming up in just under an hour.